It's really embracing and remembering the legendary Roberto Clemente, so much more than his five-star, five-tool ability, the great man that he was, the humanitarian, the philanthropist, the selfless person that he was. Put tourism aside, anytime you get a human being like that, and we can probably count on our hands how many we encounter in our lifetime, to be able to showcase his name right in front of Pirate City is pretty special. And, surprisingly, there were a lot of Pittsburghers already down here, and they just love it. So, just a special day. I'm really humble to be a part of it. Yeah, it's, we serve a purpose in society. We have a given ability, but we have to serve others and be selfless. And just for people to know that they're on Roberto Clemente Memorial Way, we hope that they dig into that name if they don't know that name of who that person was. And if that can plant a seed with other people in society, and then that entices them to help people and serve people, then it meets the objective. It's really nothing more than that. It is so much more than the legacy he has had as a Hall of Fame baseball player.
Actually, Jeff Podomic from the Pittsburgh Pirates asked me and Commissioner Ballard to tour Pirate City several months ago. Actually, I got lost. I went to the wrong parking lot a little further down the street, and when I pulled into the parking lot, there was a sign, Roberto Clemente Way. And when I got my orientation correct, came to the right parking lot, I asked Jeff the meaning of that sign. And he mentioned back in the day that the road actually came through Pirate City, and when they did a large redevelopment of this area, they changed the road design and they never put the sign back up. And I told Jeff, I said, well, between the city and the county, we could collaborate and put that sign back up. And from there, Commissioner Ballard introduced a resolution to the board, and from there, now we're here. Well, I'll be honest with you, I didn't realize that one conversation would evolve to what it was today. It's such a special day. I was born in 1963. I watched Mr. Clemente play ball. I remember the 1971 Pirates. And for us to be here today as a community to celebrate that genuine human being is just so special.
Well, again, today is a great day for Manatee County and along with the city of Bradenton and for the Pirate organization, renaming this 27th Roberto Clemente Memorial Way. What basically happened is this all started, it was a brainchild of our county administrator, Charlie Bishop. Charlie was out here with the Pirates touring the area and came up with the idea of renaming 27th for Roberto Clemente and his great legacy. And of course the Pirates were 100% behind it, and he got with Mayor Brown at the city of Bradenton, and the mayor also bought into it along with District 2 Commissioner Amanda Ballard, and it just moved forward and from that point. So, and when it got to the board level, got a 7-0 vote, of course, to honor a great man, a great legend, and what a legacy he's left, not only for the Pirates, but for his family and for our area, being here, since 1969 he was here and part of the Pirates and here at spring training. I think if you look at Roberto Clemente's life, how he led his life, a constant gentleman all the time, always giving back to the community, giving back to the younger players, the way he carried himself. His sons are here today and the way they carry themselves. His legacy of being a humanitarian, just wanting to serve all. And by his comment that, if you're not doing something here, you're wasting your time here on earth. And just the way he carried himself and his principles of life that he had during the time he was alive. His service always, he served our country as a United States Marine, which being a Marine I'm very proud of. And he served his country by being just a humanitarian and going around the world and doing whatever he could to help people, no matter if in his home Puerto Rico, here in the United States, or anywhere else around the country. Just giving service back was his philosophy and how he lived his life. Well, as you know, the Lecom Field, what was McKickney Field for a long time, is the third oldest baseball stadium in the country, believe it or not. So what happened with spring training here, it brings a lot of tourism here. It brings a lot of folks here that would normally not come here to visit Manatee County, which is the greatest county in Florida to live in. And it just helps us all around with the commerce, economic development, and being associated with a great team like the Pirates and an organization that is just top-notch organization to be a part of, and what they do here for Manatee County. We tell everyone to come out to spring training, come out and watch the Marauders and at Lecom Field, and just spend the time at the baseball field. And it's just great with the city of Bradenton being a part of this also, and everything we have moving forward with them on the City Walk and City Park themes. It's just going to be a wonderful organization to be in business with.
So back in October, I was giving a tour to Commissioner Amanda Ballard and County Administrator Charlie Bishop of Pirate City. And we ended up our tour actually right out here in front of our Sports Nutrition Center. And I pointed out to the sign out on the street that said Roberto Clemente Memorial Way. And I go, do you notice that it's a street sign to nowhere? And Charlie looks at me, he goes, what do you mean? I go, when Pirate City was rebuilt back in 2008, the road that actually came through the Pirate City property went away. And when Pirate City was first built, it was a legitimate county road that came through the property of Pirate City. And when we rebuilt it, we decided to let's just keep that sign out front in honor of Roberto Clemente. And Charlie looked at me and goes, well, why don't we just name 27th Street Roberto Clemente Memorial Way? And I said, that'd be awesome. That'd be a great idea. He goes, well, I'll give Gene Brown a call, who's the mayor of Bradenton. I go, well, you don't have to. I go, that's your street. That's a county street. And this is how we got to where we are today. So Roberto Clemente, as you heard today throughout the ceremony, was probably one of the greatest Latin American baseball players ever to play the game. But he wasn't just a baseball player. He was a humanitarian that cared about others and really cared about the social justices that was going on at the time that he played. And to this day, people talk about the man of Roberto Clemente. The ball player is the legend. And Roberto is the man and the humanitarian, and the things that he was able to accomplish in his lifetime are just phenomenal. Yeah, obviously I was a young boy when he passed in 1972. All I can say is what I hear over the time in the locker room and in the clubhouse, and from older coaches and older ball players. Steve Blass is an example, who actually played with him, and how he talks about how Roberto Clemente cared about his teammates and cared so much about how they succeeded, and wanted to take a guy like Steve, who won 2 games and 2 complete games in a 1971 World Series, and wanted to make him better. That's the type of man he was, always caring about others.
Well, good afternoon. This is a great day here in Manatee County to be celebrating a legend that brought so much not only to the game of baseball, but to the world and to life in general. Today we are dedicating 27th Street East as Roberto Clemente Memorial Way. And it's just such an honor for us here in Manatee County and with the city of Bradenton to be able to do that, to name it after Roberto. As we always do, and I'm Mike Ron, District Commissioner for District 4 and the Chairman of the BOCC, and as we always do at every meeting we have, we honor God and we honor our country. So what I'd like to do for our invocation, I'd like to call and invite Latin American pitching coordinator for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Amore Telemonco, to come up and give the invocation. If everyone would please rise.
Thank you. Let's all pray this hour. Father God, we thank you. We come before you recognizing that this beautiful day is just you as a gift for all of us. Gracias, Señor, por este día hermoso, porque venimos delante de ti, reconociendo tu poder y tu misericordia. Your mercy, your grace is open here, and we are thankful. Father, as we remember our brother, our leader, our the guy that many days he pray in this area, in this same garden, that he want to be somebody that want to help people in all Latin America. Today, we thank you because this day is special for the Clemente family, for the Manatee County family, for the Pirates family. So we thank you. I ask you to bless everything that we're about to do in this hour. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Amari. Thank you very much. What we'd like to do is we're going to say that before I bring up Commissioner Van Ostenbridge for the pledge, I would like to speak a little bit about Roberto Clemente. You know, we've heard a lot about his athletic accomplishments, his selfless humanitarian efforts during his life, but I bet a lot of people didn't know that Roberto was an infantryman from 1958 to 1964 in the United States Marine Corps. So being a United States Marine, hoorah, Semper Fi. Now as we honor our country, I'd like to call up Commissioner Van Ostenbridge for the pledge.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Practiced this all morning, so I hope I get the words right. It is a beautiful day today, though, in Manatee County. We'll start with that. Now, if you'll follow me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Commissioner. We are here to honor one of the greatest baseball players of all time, who came right here every spring to train with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And the legend that he left behind for us and the legacy is unmatched. Born in August 18th, 1938 in Carolina, Puerto Rico, Roberto Clemente Walker introduced the world to a model for advocacy that centered on kindness and social justice as his baseball career ran parallel to the civil rights movement. He was famous for his saying that anytime you have an opportunity to make a difference in this world and you don't, you're wasting your time here on earth. And that resonates even today in our society. It was a career rooted in sportsmanship and legendary charity work that continues today. At this point, we welcome Manatee County District 2 Commissioner Amanda Ballard to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am lucky enough to represent District 2, which is where Pirate City is located. So rarely in sports is a legendary player as renowned for his good work off the field as his Golden Glove Awards and World Series championships. But today, we have the good fortune to honor just such an athlete with a connection to Manatee County. Roberto Clemente was a groundbreaking player for both the Black and Hispanic communities. But even more importantly, he was a dedicated Catholic, a father, a husband, and a philanthropist. And he spent his time off the field giving back to underserved communities, which is why I'm so delighted to play just a small part in bestowing this honor for his family and for his beloved Pittsburgh Pirates here in their winter home in Manatee County. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Ballard. As we always look forward to this time of year, when the Pirates come to town, I mean the real Pirates, not the Gasparilla Pirates, but the Pittsburgh Pirates, come to our town, a native Pittsburgh who is proud, Pittsburghian, who is proud to call Manatee County home is our Director of Convention and Visitors Bureau, Elliot Falcioni. Elliot, come on up.
Thank you, Commissioner. Gosh, it is a privilege and an honor for a Pittsburgh native to be able to say a few words about this great man. And I shouldn't even be up here, but I want to tell a story that I told the Board of County Commissioners recently. And some of you may know the story, but those of you who don't, that night on New Year's Eve, 1972, Roberto was loading that DC-7, and there was a young man that was playing in the Puerto Rican League named Tom Walker. And when Tom found out that Roberto was loading a plane, Tom joined him and helped load that plane for Nicaragua. Time to fly out, and Tom wanted to go on that jet with Roberto. And after multiple requests, Roberto says, it's New Year's Eve, go party, and I'll see you when you get back. We know what happened after that DC-7 took off, but what many people don't know what happened is Tom Walker not only had a few kids, but he had one by the name of Neil Walker, who ended up being the #1 draft pick for the Pittsburgh Pirates. More importantly, in 2014 at PNC Park, on Roberto Clemente Day, with his wife Vera and his children present, Neil Walker came to bat and hit his 21st home run over the Roberto Clemente wall at PNC Park. So not only did Roberto, a great leader, a great human being, a selfless person, gave life to a guy by the name of Tom Walker, who became a great man, who we lost last calendar year, became a dear friend to me, and now we still have Neil Walker, who's an unbelievable color commentator for the Pirates and a great individual. Roberto's legacy continues to live forever. One more thing that we cannot be remiss, and I thought about it last night. There is a special person in the crowd today, and he came with Roberto in 1969, the first year the Pirates have ever trained in Bradenton. And I was talking to him last week at the Regatta Gala, and I said to myself, this is a guy that was the winning pitcher of Game 7, the 1971 World Series with Roberto Clemente. And we got to get him into the starting lineup right now to say something. So with that, I admire you, Mr. Steve Blask. Would you come up and say a few words? A young man born in Connecticut that is Pittsburgh through and through.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I wouldn't miss this day for the world. Roberto Clemente, he was my teammate, he was my hero, and he was my friend. I do get a little emotional talking about him because I couldn't take my eyes off him. I learned so much just by keeping my mouth shut when I was a very young Pittsburgh Pirate. And I learned the way he carried himself, the way he dressed, the way he acted in the hotels, on the airplanes, the way he acted around people. That's how you learn. And, you know, I speak a lot. In fact, I'm going up to Hartford, Connecticut in March and speak at another event because I never say no when I get a chance to talk about your dad. And to me, he had the ability to take a 10-year Major League veteran and turn him into a 10-year-old kid. You didn't want to take your eyes off him. You did not want to take your eyes off him. And I had one of the great moments of my life after the World Series. He had a pretty good. I did okay, but he had the World Series that showed everybody around the baseball world what we had been seeing for 20 years in Pittsburgh. But after everything settled down, he was getting interviewed over in one corner. I was getting interviewed over in another corner. We got on the plane to come back from Baltimore. And Karen and I, my wife and I, were sitting in the middle of the plane. I was in the window seat. He and Vera were up above us about 4 rows. And before we took off, your dad walked down the aisle and stopped at our row and said, "Blass, come out here and let me embrace you." I will never forget that the rest of my life. I didn't say a word. I just hung on. I just loved watching him play. It was an honor, just a joy to be around him. And I see him everywhere around here. And, you know, every great ball player has a degree of legacy. Roberto Clemente's legacy is everywhere. You get a street named after him. You get a playground. You get a book written, a documentary. It just never goes away because of the extension of not just being a baseball player, but being a great humanitarian. And that will never go away. I know it'll never go away for me. So it's an honor for me to be here. That being said, I can't help myself if I don't tell a story. We had the fantasy camp here a couple weeks ago. Oh, well, actually early in December. And fantasy camp, older guys with a lot of money come, and we make them ball players for a week. All right, they have their own uniforms, they have their bats, their bubblegum cards, they have all that. So that being said, by Wednesday, they come on a Saturday. By Wednesday, most of them can't stand up. So with that in mind, I was over here on field number 4, I think it's field number 4, coming into the clubhouse, and a car pulled up to the home run fence, and it had a Pennsylvania license plate on it. And as I was walking by, this older couple got out, and I could hear the lady say, "Boy, I hope they get better by April." And they will. Trust me, trust me. Yeah. Just on a personal note, this is my 64th year being involved with the Pirates. I will be loyal forever because everybody has dreams. Not everybody gets a chance to live them. So thank you for being out here for this wonderful day. And it's great to see you guys again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Well, I don't know how to follow that, but thank you very much. Great story. We here at Pirate City, in the city of Bradenton, has long been home to the Pirates. Ever since 1969, I think I was like 7 or 8, so that's a long time ago. Here to talk more about the long-running relationship with the city of Bradenton is Bradenton's Mayor, Gene Brown. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And just thinking about things and going through it and thinking of that relationship. And, you know, we have the 3rd oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball in Lecom Park now. And you think about it, the people that have played there and done the things and the traditions over the years. And it goes back to that collaboration of working together, people, places. And, you know, 1969, there was a lot of different people. Maybe one of them was in the room, but that's about the only one. But everybody else was basically doing something else. And today, we're back here because of one person, Roberto Clemente. And I got to tell a story. So I was telling my dad I was doing this today. He said in 1969, he was the mailroom front desk boy here at the office. And he said that the only person that was so polite and would sit down and talk with him as a young person was Roberto Clemente. So, you know, your dad touched so many people, and even today is touching people. So the relationship is what it's about. And that's one of the things that I'm proud, and I've got several of our councilwomen here, Councilwoman Barnaby, Moore, Coker. We have Councilwoman Coachman, which is her ward, and then Councilman Kramer, that, you know, it's about meeting and doing things with collaboration. And the city of Bradenton and the Manatee County is doing that. Our administrators are here, and something that you look back on and you say, hey, how come this hasn't been done sooner? Well, the collaboration wasn't there with the county and the city how it was, and now it is going forward, and that's a tribute to what your dad and his legacy has been in our community for so long, and that will continue with a little bit more fanfare and going forward. So we're going to continue that. We're just proud in the city of Bradenton to have that team that's been with us the longest, and there's a lot of things that push and pull as you go through any relationship, but it's something that I think that will stand up for another 55, 60 years, be another group of people sitting here celebrating Roberto Clemente still, but also celebrating the relationship that we have. So I just want to thank everybody, thank the county for what they're doing and going through this road system and naming it, and as well as the city of Bradenton continue working forward. We do have something from our chief of police that not many people get. The Pirates had, a lot of people get that, but they don't get the badge on the side. So we're going to give you that and present it to you. But thank you to everybody, and we're in the city of Bradenton, Manatee County. We're going forward, and we're going to keep celebrating what Roberto Clemente did from his whole life in giving back to any community. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. One amazing thing about Roberto Clemente is that he spent his 18-year career loyal to one organization, the Pittsburgh Pirates, from 1955 to 1972. During that time, he was a picture of excellence and consistency. Roberto topped the 300 mark in batting 13 times, won 4 batting titles, hit 3,000 hits in his career, and became the first Caribbean Latin American player to be honored in the Hall of Fame. I'd like to invite up and here to speak about the amazing relationship of this team, the city, and the man is the president of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Travis Williams. Mr. Williams.
Thanks, Mike. Mayor, I think we have to do something about the speaking lineup because we got Steve Blass and the Clementes are going to talk on either side of us. Those are pretty tough acts to follow and to go in front of. I just want to quickly say thank you to the Manatee County Board of County Commissioners, Manatee County Convention and Bureau, Visitors Bureau, Bradenton City Council, Mayor Gene Brown, and the Clemente family, Roberto and Luis, thank you for joining us here today for this fitting tribute for your father. I also want to thank Charlie Bishop. Raise your hand if you're here. Charlie was actually the inspiration walking through Pirate City with Jeff Podobnik, who leads the effort here at Pirate City and LECOM. And as they were walking through, really was the inspiration behind dedicating this street in honor of your father. So round of applause for Charlie for giving us that inspiration. On behalf of Bob Nutting and the Pirates organization, it's with great honor that we gather today to pay tribute to one of the most legendary Pirates and revered figures in baseball history, Roberto Clemente. We know about his achievements on the field throughout his illustrious 18-year career with the Pittsburgh Pirates. From his batting prowess to his defensive mastery in the outfield, Clemente epitomized greatness in every aspect of the game. But beyond the remarkable statistics, he left behind a legacy that transcends and confines the confines of a baseball diamond. Roberto was a symbol of compassion and generosity, using his platform to advocate for those in need. He was a champion of causes close to his heart, cementing his status as a hero both on and off the field. Today, we rename 27th Street East at Pirate City to Roberto Clemente Memorial Way. We not only commemorate his unparalleled contributions to the game of baseball, but we also celebrate his enduring legacy. Roberto left his mark wherever he went, and we're touched to see that Manatee County was not an exception. As we unveil, sorry about that. Wow. As we unveil Roberto Clemente Way, we remember his compassion, courage, and unwavering dedication to making the world a better place. May his legacy continue to inspire younger generations, both on and off the field. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Travis. Finally today, we honor the Clemente family who have traveled all the way here to Bradenton for this great day. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to ask Roberto Clemente Jr. and Luis Clemente to come up and say a few words about their father.
Thank you. Good afternoon. What a glorious day. I can stand here today and say that I am defrosting from being in Pittsburgh. To start, I want to thank the Pittsburgh Pirates Commissioner and everyone involved in this honoring our father today. I did not know that Bradenton had Mr. Holmgren, Coach Holmgren, as a mayor. And Steve, thank you. You know, all the years that you've been with the organization, but the years that you continue to honor Dad with your stories, with your love and respect, it's something special. And we always have that moment in the 7th game of the World Series. The whole city of Pittsburgh, you carried with your arm, your heart, and that jump at the end, the whole city was with you. So thank you. You know, our father's legacy transcends the baseball field. His dedication to excellence, compassion for others, and unwavering commitment excuse me, to serving his community and nation continue to inspire us all. The road designation in his honor is a testament of his remarkable life and lasting impact he has had on Manatee County and beyond. Coming to Bradenton was a special place for him. See, prior to coming here, he had to get on a station wagon with his minority teammates and travel besides the team because of segregation. They could not stay in the same hotel. So when 1969 arrived, Pirate City was born. That was a safe place. This was a safe place for him and his teammates, a place where they could thrive, envisioning winning championships together as a family. Manatee County is a very special place for the Clemente family. For me personally, I was able to come to Manatee Junior College in 1984, and I was the first person to stay in our father's room ever since he stayed there. This is a special place for us. We thank you. Today being the 21st day of the month, we receive many, many messages every month, I do, where people are celebrating this day every month with an act of kindness for someone else because of how he lived his life. I hope that when you drive on this road, at least you remember that number, the name, and we can celebrate by being kind to each other and doing something for each other. And we will have a better place to live. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. It is a great, great honor to be here in Bradenton at Pirate City today for this special occasion. I must say, for me personally, I actually got to sign with the Pirates back in '85, and I remember sitting in a picnic table with Barry Bonds talking about our future. And I remember him saying, you know, in a high pitch, you know, my daddy this, your daddy that, now it's our chance and our turn. And I said, definitely, we were both so thin. I was only 28-inch waistline. Every time I have a chance, I have to say it. And I remember walking into this lobby and having Woody Heike greet me. And immediately before I even put a Pirate uniform on as a professional ball player, changed my position to second base, which I never ever played in my life. And it was so many that, you know, I learned and shaped as a grown up, you know, growing up, youngster still, but as a grown up, I reminisce and I think back of what this street now, officially Roberto Clemente Memorial Way, how many times I walked on this street all the way to the gas station. How many times trying to figure out and thinking what was the best thing for me to do, what was my future, what was my destiny. Walking back and forth this road, I had a chance to truly think about and make up my mind on key issues that would mark the rest of my life and future. And I realized that by not actually playing and continuing my life as a ball player, I would continue to work on my father's legacy and understanding how mom had quite an integral role in having that still so relevant today. You don't understand how deeply moved I am today, because now where we live in Puerto Rico, where we have our home, is the Roberto Clemente Street. It can be more fitting, Pirate City, his other home, to have also Roberto Clemente name on his road. So thank you so much, everyone who got behind this, the Pirates always, for keeping us part of the family. And Manatee, you know, you have a very special place in our hearts. Thanks, and God bless everyone.
You guys please stand right over here. Thank you both, and thank you for being here representing your father's legacy. It means so much to everybody. So the moment is here, the moment we've come for. And what we'd like to do right now is we'd like to unveil, right behind you all right here, the Roberto Clemente Memorial way here at Pirate City. And what we'd have to do, I know this is kind of off the record, but what we'd like to do is we'd like to present the family with the same replica sign for the family. And then what I'd like to do also is that the Pirate organization could come up also. I wish I could work for you. Come on, sir.
Yeah. Steve, get in here.
And what we're gonna do, we'll take a picture up front of everybody when we get done. Steve, come
Over
on.
here. Over here. Over here.
What I do is we'd like to give also the same sign to the Pirate organization. And then what we would like to do is like to call up all the commissioners, city and for the county, and we're going to have one that we actually get to display, and we'll get one to the city also. So I think we all just move up front here for pictures and everything. Move up front. We're improvising. Put you guys in the middle. Hey, Roberto, you and Luis get in the middle. The Pirates are hiring, Elliot. Everybody good? All right, one more. That makes Mike proud. Yeah. I'd rather be him.
Okay.
All good?
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for attending today. This great day on the 21st of February. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you, Pirates. Thank you, Clemente family. And thank you for everyone that attended. Thank you very much.